There's been a wave of panic spreading across social media, especially among older Americans, that in November of this year, Social Security is going to drop 2 checks of $4,500, each double payments for SSDI or SSI SSDI. That sounds like a windfall, almost like a bonus. But the reality is far more mundane and far more important to understand, so you don't budget wrong or fall prey to misinformation. What's actually happening is a timing quirk from the Social Security Administration, not a double-month payout. Here's what's really going on, and why many people's expectations are dangerously out of sync with the facts. SSI payments are typically issued on the 1st of each month, but the SSA doesn't make payments on weekends or federal holidays. Since November 1, 2025 falls on a Saturday, the SSA is issuing November's SSI benefit early on Friday, October 31, 2025, instead of November 1. That means for many SSI recipients, you'll actually see 2 deposits in October 1 on October 1 for your October benefit, and another on October 31 for your November benefit. But after that, there's no additional SSI check in November. This is not a bonus, not a special extra benefit, and absolutely not 2 full Social Security checks for November arriving in November. It's simply a scheduling shift. Some headlines calling it $4,500 x 2 double payments are highly misleading. There is no new program depositing $9,000 in November for the average SSDI or SSI recipient. If you're budgeting for that kind of bonus, you will be disappointed and potentially in trouble for overestimating your income. To illustrate, imagine Mary, who is 72 and receives only SSI. Her routine has always been to get paid on the 1st of the month, so she's used to her October expenses being covered with that early deposit. This time, she'll also see that same amount hit her account on October 31, which she might mistake for a bonus November check. But if she doesn't realize there will be no new SSI payment in November, she could overspend, thinking she has 2 full months' worth, when really she's just getting October and November's payments in the same calendar month. If you are someone getting regular Social Security retirement benefits or SSDI, the story is different. Your payments are based on your birth date, not the 1st of the month. For instance, if your birthday falls between the 1st and 10th, your check comes on Wednesday, November 12, 2025, if it's between the 11th and 20th, November 19, and if it's after the 20th, November 26. The people who began receiving benefits before May of 1997, or those who receive both SSI and Social Security, may get a payment on Monday, November 3, according to the SSA's schedule. There's no mass bonus of $9,000 landing in November for the average person. Instead, there's just a quirk of the calendar that causes 2 SSI payments in October and none in November. It's also true that the SSA is phasing out paper checks, and nearly 99% of beneficiaries now receive payments electronically, making timing shifts like this even more noticeable. The next SSI payment after that early October 31 deposit will come on Monday, December 1, 2025, so SSI recipients really need to plan for a gap in November. For those depending on SSDI or Social Security retirement income, nothing has changed in your annual benefit amount, just the timing of one of your monthly dates remains steady. For the broader context, the 2026 federal SSI payment maximum is set to be $994 for an eligible individual and $1,491 for an eligible couple under the SA's published rates. That makes it even less likely that an extra $4,500 is genuinely on the table per payment. If someone told you you'd be getting thousands more, clearly something in the messaging was garbled. This is the kind of confusion that drives people to misinformation, and worst of all, it could lead to financial missteps, using up funds too quickly, miscalculating bills, or worrying that you've missed a payment when you haven't. The best way to stay secure: check your My Social Security account or bank statements. Note exactly when each deposit hits, and plan your budget around the real timing, not the headlines. If you rely on SSI, consider treating that second check in October as both October and November funds combined. Set aside what you need for November now, rather than assuming you'll get another deposit then. If you found this useful, please like this video, subscribe for updates, and stay tuned. Knowing when your benefits truly arrive can make all the difference to your peace of mind and your monthly budget. Many people have written in saying they feel overwhelmed because every year seems to bring a new wave of confusing headlines about Social Security, and it's completely understandable. When you're depending on a fixed income, clarity isn't just helpful, it's essential. A small misunderstanding about the difference between a true benefit increase and a simple scheduling shift can change how someone pays their rent, fills their prescriptions, or covers a utility bill. That's why these conversations matter. When you understand exactly what the federal rules say, you gain back a sense of control that so many older Americans feel slipping away in uncertain economic times. The emotional weight of these payment disruptions is real, especially for people who have spent decades working, raising families, and doing everything right, only to find themselves navigating a system that's often confusing. Picture someone on a tight budget who sees 2 payments arrive in October, feels a moment of relief, and then faces a long stretch in November without another deposit. That stretch can feel like an eternity if every dollar already has a destination. It's not just about math, it's about the comfort of knowing you can keep your home warm, keep food on the table, and meet the rising cost of everyday life without feeling blindsided. This is why staying informed is one of the most powerful steps you can take. Federal benefit rules change slowly, but payment dates shift more often than people realize, and misinformation spreads far faster than official updates. When you support channels that prioritize accuracy, when you like the videos that help you understand your benefits, and when you subscribe so you never miss critical updates, you help create a community of people who look out for one another. It ensures that every older American, whether retired, living with a disability, or caring for a spouse, has access to clear, steady guidance in a world full of noise.